Racing on Sunday takes place out at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. It is Sunday the 19th of January 2024. 9 races on the program, and race number 1 is set to get underway at 12 o'clock. We've got a 9-race program, so that means the bipod will commence with the running of race number 2, PA in race number 3, and the pick 6 in race number 4. We'll get Deez's thoughts in a moment for race number 1, but in the meantime, race 1, we've got an interview with Frank Robinson.
Yeah, he injured his back leg in the manger, actually. He would have had a chance here, but he's missed so much work with this rain. But he is quite a class horse, so he can probably run into a place, but I think he'll need the run.
Yeah, I think he'll need the run. The comment about number 1, 2 Cantango, and this horse is currently trading at 7-1 in the market. Favorite, we've got joint favorites at the time of recording: Prince Florian, number 2, and number 6 Rooster Bradshaw, both trading at 5-2. Number 7 Ragnar the King is at 4-1. It's 9-2 about Trendmaker, and then it is 7-1 and Better Bar those. 1400 meters the distance for race 1. I like the look of this horse, Ragnar the King. I like the way he's been improving with each start. They've given him 4 rounds over 1200 meters. And I think that this horse is going to be suited to the step up in trip to 14. And I think his biggest danger could come from number 6, Rooster Bradshaw.
Yeah, it looks like a race where you just can't go one horse in the bipod unless you really like something. But Frank has brought up a very salient point there, that I would lean towards horses that have racing fitness than those that are coming off layoffs, etc. Because it is something that has been, it's a level playing field when it comes to all the trainers with regards to work, etc. With all the rain that we've been having. But this race, Ryle, very tough to try and narrow it down for. It's 9 races, so it's not the start of the bipod. So you just want to try and catch the trifecta or quartet here. The bipod will begin in race number 2, but. Your thoughts on number 7, Ragnar the King? That's my 4th choice in the race. I've tipped that horse 4th, number 7, Ragnar the King. I like number 5. I like Trendmaker, Doug Campbell's runner. I remember chatting to both Doug and Serena Moodley after that run, and they weren't expecting much. The betting says the horse was 8-1. So he just ran on pure ability first time out, and it was a good run because Top Gun set some useful fractions up front. And the way this horse was, finishing off his race, I think 1400 meters will suit him nicely. There's plenty of scope for natural improvement to come. Number 6, Rooster Bradshaw, I agree. The way Duncan has brought him along, he looks like he's in the right race at the right time to possibly, win on the strength of his form lines from his last start, which has seen World of Our Own come out to win Mr. Fix-It and a subsequent winner in Uncle Lucky. And then Prince Florian, Dean Canamay's runner, you can't leave out because he looks ready to possibly run a good race. And having watched him at Hollywoodbets Greyville, I just feel the 1400 at Hollywoodbets Scottsville could also suit him nicely. So between numbers 2, 5, 6, 7, I think those could be very popular in race number 1. But I'm going to lean towards number 5, Trendmaker, as my outright pick, trading at around 9-2.
Yeah, those forces could be the right 4 to play around when it comes to exactas and trifectas. These likes number 5, Trendmaker. My top choice, I'm going to be with the 7 horse, Ragnar the King. You've got a 9-2 shot and a 4-1 shot here in race number 1, and let's see how it all unfolds.
Well, start of the bipod will be race number 2. If you want to get on the tote about 12:35. It's over 1400 meters. It's a class 2 race, and there is some quality to speak about in this race. We just got 6 runners that will go to post. But before we have a look at the field and assess the form and give you some betting as a guide, rerun Cat's Pajamas.
Cat's Pajamas now going to come around them and try and put it together. Lunacam, No Filter. Chocolate Soldier and Cat's Pajamas. Donkarori hooked to the inside. Here's Cat's Pajamas coming at Chocolate Soldier the last 100. And Donkarori's become alive on the inside. Cat's Pajamas just won it from in second, Donkarori. Chocolate Soldier third and No Filter.
Yeah, look, we're going to go shorter. We went shorter, and Gavin Lorena said, no, go the other way, go a bit further. So we've gone to a 14. Look, you're in third in a Group 1 over 14, so it was a good run. He's been gelded since those days, so, we do think he can get up to a mile. So I thought we'll test him here in this 14. If he sees it out well, then obviously you can go for the guineas races like that. Because you get these horses, I've had them through the years, Alderizas, Expertises. 1400 seems to be their pet distance. A mile seems a bit far, 1,000 is a bit short, and I think he probably falls into that category a little bit. But anyway, let's see. In the 14 he's well. He'll run well.
Well, no doubt he's a talented horse, and he's shown this in all 4 of his wins, Catch Pajamas. He had a good 2-year-old campaign. And the one thing that's clearly noticeable is when he beat Don Carrari, Chocolate Soldier, Captain Bombshell, the horses that you've heard in that commentary have all come out to win. So that form line's looking good. I was actually surprised, Raheel. I must say that last time out when they put the money down, I was a bit skeptical that 5 furlongs may be on the sharp side for him. But he proved me wrong, and he was given a peach of a ride, but it was a strong ride by Gavin Larena to win. What's your thoughts on the 1400 meter trip? But do you prefer him, over a distance like 1200, which I think is his best trip, or 1400 no issues?
Yeah, I think he's a better sprinter than he is going over the 1400 and maybe even 16 if they do experiment that distance one day with his horse. But he's got solid form. He's running the Grade 2 on Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Day was a cracking performance, just 3 lengths off Cosmic Speed. If he has to reproduce a run of that nature, a run of that sort, well then he'll be seen in the number 1 box in this race. He's got 56 on the back. Obviously, first time Craig Zaki rides this horse, so I'm sure he'll be able to adjust accordingly. He's had Gavin last time out. He's had several jockeys on his back, this horse, Cat's Pajamas. So interesting that Craig gets the chance on Sunday. But he's got the form that would make him one of the leading lights in this race, D's. And 1400 meters, we'll see how that goes. He's a horse that just continues to improve with racing. He's now 3rd up, so he's definitely going to be a big runner, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him get his head in front. But this horse, Quasi, for sure, he's an absolute soldier. He's a 7-time winner, and 1400 meters is arguably his best distance. 6 runs for 4 victories. So despite having to concede 6 kgs to the younger, more improving Cat's Pajamas, this horse has run at quite a high level in his career. He's been tested in the Charity Mile 2 rounds back. He ran a very nice race last time out, I thought, over 1200 meters at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, having to give William Robertson 2.5 kgs. I thought that was a cracking effort, and he's a horse that I think should be cherry ripe for this out in Gate 1. I think he's going to go close. So it looks to be a straight 2-horse race. In order of preference, I'm going to be with number 1, Quasi, for sure. I just believe that over 1400 meters, he's best over this distance. He's lethal, and I think that he could get the better of Cat's Pajamas, but it does seem to be a straight 2-horse race.
Well, I may just be off the mark here because I'm going to tip 1 to beat 4. I like Quasi for sure. You've given all the facts, and I agree with you. But I'm looking for a big effort from number 4, Diani. Talking about specialists over distances. Wow, look at this horse. 6 wins have all been over the distance of 7 furlongs from his 7 career victories. He has won over the course and distance. Races Vinegar's 1.5 kgs. It's absolute gold on this horse in this race. Receiving, what's it going to be? 7.5 kgs? Is that correct? Yep, it is. That's it. 7.5 kgs.
9 kgs from
9 kgs from number 1.
Yeah.
Yep, if you factor in Rachel's 1.5 kgs, that's 5.5, 7.5, 8.5. Shoot, it's 9 kgs from Quasi for sure, number 4, Diani. And he's in excellent form, this horse. When he won with 62 kgs, he's cost me big time that day when Kitchikel ran second. That's come out to frank the form. His last start behind Imelense's Yoko Duduma. We know how well that horse is doing for the Hollywood racing. So number 4, Diani, is going to be my second pick. I'm going to go 1, 4, and 3 there, Raheel. That's just the way I'm going to play it. But for the bipod, are you willing to bank a number 1?
I'll take my chance at bank him, certainly, D's.
1 and 4 for me in the bipod. 1 a banker for Raheel. I think he's the right horse in the field. And of course, a lot of respect for number 3, Cat's Pajamas.
Race number 3, this is the start of the place accumulator, 1400 meters, the distance, class 3 contest that gets underway at 1:10. We've got an interview with Tini Prinsloo and Frank Robinson.
Yeah, Lindbergh, nice draw, 4 draws, Serena Mootley in the saddle. He's working well. for the bit of work we can do, he's working well. So I'm hoping for a good run, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately we've got this thing now where we accept and they give you the draws after. He just pulled too hard last time with Cabello, you know. That's why I keep running him in the shorter races, the 1200s and 14, where you can settle him a bit, and he runs on nicely. But he does one further, but every time we go further, he just pulls too hard. I'm going to maybe put a tongue tie on him here in this race to try and settle him even more. I'll just leave it to Gavin. I'll probably look to settle him in, and he'll be running home hard at that death, you know. But it's tricky from that draw.
Yeah, it looks to be quite a competitive race that gets the place accumulates underway. Favourite here, number 8, Mr. Hot Stepper at 7-2, 4-1 about number 5, Turconnell, 9-2, number 7, Imposing, 6-1, Mr. Master Starter, Lindbergh at 6-1. It is then 10-1 and better bar those. These, I'm not quite sure what your thoughts are, but you can let me know in a moment. I like this horse Lindbergh. I liked his last start quite a bit when trying to go from start to finish. I think the 1400 meter trip will suit him a lot better. 4 draw, 55 kgs on the back. I think that he's going to go close, and he's going to be the each way playing the race for me at 6-1.
Yeah, I think you know, when it comes to the first leg of the place accumulator, you're going to have to take your stance. In fact, you're going to have to take a stance in a lot of the races on this race meeting. They are highly competitive races. You'll see, judging by the fixed odds betting market, like this race, it's actually 4-1 the field here. So it's a tough race. I'm going to take a chance with 3 runners here in the place accumulator. In numerical order, it'll be horse number 5, which is going to be Tycanal. That last win of his, I'm hoping that he can just grow in confidence. It was a drop down in distance that suited him nicely. Capsaicin has since come out to win, so that's looking good. And he's nicely weighted in this type of class of race. It's a class 3, 53 on his back. Number 13, which is Mexican Pete. I agree with Frank totally, having watched this horse race. All he needs to do is try and be more relaxed in his running. Last time out, you know, he just drifted out in the betting market, ran accordingly, but that's not his form. Gavin Larena could be the right jock for the job, and I'm expecting much better from him. He's trading at around 10-1 in the betting, and yeah, Frank mentioned that the equipment change could be on, so I'll wait for that. Tongue tie could be the answer as well. And then number 5, that's going to be Tycanol, Mexican Pete, and then one more runner for me in the place accumulator, Rail number 10, Mr. Master Starter. He's recent for.
Mention your favorite number 7, Imposing.
Yeah, no, number 7, Imposing. The last time out, wow, this horse cost us dearly. Cost the punting public dearly. With Good Traveller, I think, that was winning.
Yes.
And he was the horse that was closing off all the doubles, and he couldn't do it. Yeah, he'll get my vote maybe for, you know, larger bets like trifectas and quartets. But Mr. Master Starter, I think on his recent form, he's ready to run a big one. Especially at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. He's been mostly racing at Hollywoodbets Greyville, and he has won once at that course. So, you know, those are the 3 runners for me in the place accumulator. As I mentioned, you know, you're going to have to just nail your colors to the mast, hope that it falls into place. 5, 10, and 13 in numerical order. In order of preference, I'll tip them 10, 13, 5. And then numbers 2 and 4. If you're looking for trifecta and quartet money. But this horse, number 5, Tycanol, I mean, watched him win last time out. I think with this type of weight on his back, he seems to be the right horse at top of betting boards.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be in for a big performance, and as you mentioned, form Frank, so definitely want to include into the play. I'm going to go 4, 5, 7, and 13. I'll include number 7, Imposing, into leg 1 of that play, especially with the lightweight. He could be very dangerous once again, and yeah, he's holding some nice form, and he runs well over the distance as well, so he's one to throw into the play there. And as you heard, number 2 could be another horse that you include. He's currently trading at 14-1 in the market. That is queuing. So 5, 10, and 13, the 3 horses for D's in leg 1 of the PA. I'm going to go with 4 horses, 4, 5, 7, and 13 in the first leg that is set to get underway at 1:10.
Race number 4 kicks off the big one. It'll be the Pick 6 over 1100 meters and a Fillies and Mare Stakes. And let's get straight into that rerun.
For the gap, Happy Analia. Le Premier's on the inside, Captain's Christie. Any of 3 or 4. A Yui at the 250. Captain's Christie's coming home strongest of all on the outside. And here's where Captain's Christie starts to unwind with a powerful finish. Captain's Christie by 2. A Yui second. Happy Analia. Le Premier in vision to achieve in photos.
Yeah, listen, she's probably better on the poly, but there's limited opportunities for her. So, but yeah, she's well at home, and like I say, she's better on the poly, but we've got to run her. So let's just see how we go there.
Yeah, great win from our last outing. I'm of the opinion she prefers Greyville, but obviously she's won at Scottsville as well. But competitive race, but she's really well at the moment. So the preparations obviously hasn't been great for all of us with all the rain we've had, but Serena's actually coming to take her now, so no, quite confident that she'll put on a big performance again.
I just think Stormy Choice, yeah, she's been going too far. 1400 is too far. Bringing her back to 1100, I'm gonna put the blinkers on this time. Blaine is getting on this horse, Apprentice Blaine Jacobson, claimed 4 kilos. So that might help a lot, yeah. So hoping for a nice run, yeah.
Yeah, getting the queue, she's more than capable. I'm still not sure exactly what happened last time. Calvin said she was hanging so badly he couldn't really assist her. But so on occasion she's not the most reliable. But as I say, she's undoubtedly got plenty of ability. And Craig seems to get on really well with her. So if he gets the best out of her, I'm hoping for a good performance as well.
Well, this is race number 4, start of the pick 6 decision time. I'm just going to go with 2 runners in the place accumulator and the bar pot. For the pick 6, I may just consider 1 more runner. But I'll give you the 2 runners, and they're the obvious 2. Just at the time of recording, some guide with betting. Number 1, Peyton's Air. That's shortened from 5 to 1 into 7 to 2. Then we got horse number 3, La Premiere, that was finishing off exceptionally well in that rerun that we saw. 100 meters past the post, I think she was in front. That's trading at 8 to 1. Number 4, Baby's Delight, at 4 to 1. 6 is actually a scratching at the time of recording. So 8, Captain's Christie, that is at 5 to 1. 10, Vision to Achieve, at 8 to 1. And I've taken now the betting of number 12, Getting the Cue, because that's my joker of the pack for the pick 6. So 4 and 8 is going to be the play for me, Ryle. Just quickly, 4, Baby's Delight. Her wins have been, over 1400 meters 3 times and 1200 meters once. So 1100 meters is an awkward distance, which she has run second over. But I'm not concerned about the weight. She does carry it well. Captain's Christie, you heard it from Mark. I like the replay. She wasn't penalized too heavily in the ratings for that win, which she did it effortlessly. And then the stable companion, number 12, Getting the Cue. I must agree with Mark, more than capable on a day. She'll have her off days, but if you catch her right, when she does go quick, has things her own way. Hollywoodbets Scottsville seems to be attracted, suits her as well. Better down the lane than around the turn. So I'm going to go 4 and 8, place accumulator, buy pot, pick 6. I'm including 12.
Yeah, there's no disagreements here. I think 4 and 8 are the right 2 horses in the race. I think Baby's Delight will be better, that she's now down in trip. I think
Which one would you tip ahead of the other?
Between?
4 and 8.
Oh, 8 top choice.
8 to beat 4.
Yeah, 8 is definitely the top choice.
Do you have a roughie for Cortez trifecta?
Yeah, I do. Number 10, Vision to Achieve, 52.5, and she's got Muzieni in the irons. If you have a look at her last start, she's 3.5 kgs better off at the weights with Captain's Christie, and she was a bit unlucky in running as well.
1100?
I don't think it's an issue. I mean, she's a horse that I think Muzi will get a good tune out of, and I think she'll be there in the money. So I think at 14 to 1 in the market, 12 to 1 in the market, I think she's worth an inclusion.
Okay, 10 and 12 going to be the roughies, but we both agree numbers 4 and 8, the right horses in leg 1 of that pick 6. We're not looking for any spooks yet. It's going to be a formed result.
Race number 5 on the program. This is a class 4 set to be run over the 1200 meter trip. It is a start of Jackpot 1. The off time is 20 past 2 for this contest. And before we get into race number 5 and give you our thoughts, we've got a rerun and then some interviews.
Stars on the inside. Mardell Platter's running a big race as they come to the 200-metre marker. Here's Mardell Platter coming at License to Thrill. Soho Star. Hope is Power exploding through on the outside. It's down the inside. Mardell Platter and Mardell Platter just hung on from Hope is Power. Soho Star.
Yeah, Gliding Fish, he had a long layoff. It was a good run when he came back. I think he only got beat 3 or 4 lengths. Craig took him right across the track that day, but Serena's ridden him before. I believe now he's looking for 7 furlongs at least, but it's a nice race for him again, so I'm hopeful of seeing big improvement on the day.
Yeah, disappointed a bit last time. I thought he might need it, but he stopped it quickly, so maybe this time we're a little change of tactics, give him a bit of a chance and hopefully see him finish the race this time. I know he's doing well, I think he tended to hang a bit in Cape Town, but so, going the other way around, even though it's down the straight. But no, he's doing really well at home, and I expect a decent run from him.
Yep, that's the thoughts of the trainers in race number 5. Number 2, Agrado is the favourite at 33 to 10, 7 to 1. About number 14, Moyawa La Liga. Number 10, Soho Star is trading at 8 to 1, along with number 4, Barry Dugrand. It's then 10 to 1. And better ball those. These are very, very tricky race. I like the look of number 9, King of Spin, at 12 to 1. And I also think number 10, Soul Star, on his last start, is going to go close here with License to Thrill. Hope his power coming through to win from that form line. I think with the 4 kgs off the back, I think he'll certainly make his presence felt in a big way. So those are going to be the 2 horses that I play around here in race number 5, 8 to 1 and a 12 to 1 shot.
Yeah, that's the unknown in the race. Number 9, King of Spin. We don't know how the horse is going to go here in KZN first up. But the fact is, there is some, form to work around if you want to consider him. And he'll carry 61.5 kgs. He may come and run a forward race first up, number 9, King of Spin. So, yeah, he's one that's worth considering, and especially in a bet like a pick 6. Tough race. Barry Dugrand, I'll just give you short comments, Ryle. Barry Dugrand trading at 8 to 1. I like the post-maiden run behind Preemptive Strike. I think if he just continues from there, the fact that Gavin Arena is up, must go in. 14 to 1 shot in number 6, Gorgeous Guy. They put the money down last time out in that race that was won by Mardell Platter. He wasn't too far off them. I think he has to go in. A horse like number 10, Soho Star, that you like with the claim 4. Again, Mardell Platter form come to the 4 there. And then number 14, Moyawa La Liga. That last start, he found an excellent finish with Gavin Arena. And talking about betting support, well, that day, it was like the result was in the frame, the way the money poured on this individual, and he found a good finish. Craig Zaki up, Mardell Platter, the ghost coming through to enhance his form line. And of course, the list can go on. You can make a case for horse number 12 in the race, who's not out of it. Franny Broncos runner on his best form with the 4 kgs off. A horse like number 7, the Gliding Fish. I think Mark Dixon mentioned I'm hoping for a better run from him. And then I haven't even mentioned the horse that's top of the betting boards, who's having his first run out the maiden. So it's a tough race. I think many would just want to go the field, especially if it's more than half the field. But I'm going to go 4 runners in my PA Royal, 4, 6, 10 and 14.
4, 6, 10 and 14. I think even a horse like number 15 all the time can be included into the plays. The Hollywoodbets Scottsville specialist over this.
As you go on and you try and look at the form and you try and single it out, it's very difficult. I mean, I did mention when we spoke about the pick 6, there are certain races you're going to have to take a stance, like race number 4, where I've gone 3 runners, 1 horse being an outsider that I've included, but it looks like a 2-horse race. But this race, if you get through with the minimum spend, I think you're an absolute winner.
Yeah, certainly agreed. It's very, very competitive race number 5, and could be the race where you want to catch a piece of that quartet, because it should certainly pay a very nice dividend. But that's the 5th race on the program. We've got the thoughts of Deez and myself, and let's see how it all unfolds.
Race number 6 is going to be at 14.55. It will be jackpot 2 and 1600 meters. This is a class 4, and I see the average rating is a 77. Before we touch on the field and have a look at some of the betting, interview coming up with Stuart Ferry.
Yeah, that was first run of the mains. Very happy with that run, you know. And yeah, she's doing well at home. She's not the biggest horse, so the fact that we've missed a bit of work is probably meant in her favour. So yeah, no, she'll run a good race there.
Well, as we bring up the field, let's have a look at some betting. Horses in single figures. Number 1 was now at 9-2. Then we got number 3 Radu at 6-1. 4 Hodgepodge at 4-1. 5 Mountains of the Moon at 7-1. 7 Happy Fortune is at 7-1. And we got one more runner. Yeah, that is going to be number 12 Honourable Member. That's trading at 6-1. Fani Broncos is in town. Brian, another race where I think you'll do well to try and narrow things down. 12 runners, so I'm looking for 6 runners in the pick 6. I'm not going to go less than that because I think we have to go with our maximum. So 6 runners we're looking for in the pick 6. Place accumulates, I will give you my numbers though. Number 3 Radu, Wendy Whitehead's runner, very good last start. You know, Ice Rain won an excellent race, but this individual, the way he raced from that wide draw, I think that was a commendable performance. Got the draw now, 1600 meters. 4 Hodgepodge, the way she's been racing and the space that she's in, that post-maiden run was excellent. I think the claim 4 on the Ghost actually beat her on the day. Number 5, Mountains of the Moon, Robbie Hill's runner, on that last start behind Broadway Girl that took forever to win but looked to be in the right race. The claim 4 is a big help on number 5, Mountains of the Moon as well. And I don't think he's a complicated ride this. I think you just give him a chance from the draw and have the confidence that he's going to be running on. So 3, 4 and 5 for me in the place accumulator. But I need your help for pick 6s and jackpots.
I like number 5, Mountains of the Moon, a lot in this race here.
Yeah.
7-1, I think is quite a nice price. This filly's achieved a mark of 86 and she's slowly been coming down in the rates. I mean, when you have a look at the horses that she's run to, the likes of Sarki, Masharina, Cat's Pajamas, it's horses.
She was tried.
Yeah, correct. And I think she's in the right type of race now. 2 starts back, there was support for her, despite it being 12-1, 12-1, both opening and starting price. There was quite a bit of money around, and then last time out support as well. I think 1600 meters, bringing her back in triple, suit her quite nicely. So I think that she's going to go close. Hodgepodge, I agree with your thoughts here. Definitely a runner, as is number 3, Radu. Number 1, Moy was an hour. This has got to be a bit of a draw strike here. Last time out, 11 of 12. Didn't really have much luck in running, but from gate number 1, if this filly can find herself in a half-decent position, I think that she'll run a nice race. So she's another to include. And then you're looking for 2 more horses. I think number 7, Happy Fortune, can be included into play. She seems like a nice progressive filly and one that will only get better with racing. And then I'm not sure where that other one's going to come to. You like number 12?
Yeah, I think number 12 has to go in because of the unknown factor. You know, when you got these horses traveling and you don't know what to expect of them, the best thing, and it's too late for the exotic. You know, usually this is the thing that happens is that you possibly will get some information that comes through after the exotics have run, but most of the time for the exotics you are playing in blind because you're trying to predict. You know, you can't have a look at the horses in the parade ring, the way they're going down. Are there any comments coming through? It's good for in-running, racing. You know, in-running information is excellent. But for the exotics, this is like an unknown. Number 12, honorable member. So on that factor, I'll definitely include that, number 12. And then, I don't know what to make of the balance of the field here.
There's not a lot else there.
Maybe number 2, Sky Tricks. Just on the fact that the way the stable and the combination is going. I've gone for Sky Tricks in the past where she's won. Yeah. But just the way Tristan Godden and Mike Miller have got this combination going, their horses are running well. Yeah, I'm going to include number 2.
So which one do we leave out then between numbers 1 and 7?
I don't like 1 and 7. I mean, if they win, good luck. I don't like 1 and 7.
But you want 6 horses?
Yeah, so I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5 and horse number 12, and you can pick one more.
1.
Okay, number 1, yeah, the last time out, I thought the horse will run accordingly from the draw. You could be right on the big draw swing around for the horse. Number 1 was an hour. But if you like 1, then you have to like number 7, and then it becomes too expensive.
You asked for 6 numbers, and I've given you the 6th horse, Steez. But yeah, I think that your top choice?
Yeah, my top choice, I know that you're going to go 5. I'm going to go 3.
Okay, so
Radu.
3, number 3 is 6-1 shot, and number 5, 7-1 shot here in race number 6 on the card. Race number 7, this is a class 4 set to be run over 1600 meters. 3:30 is the off time, and we've got some interviews lined up.
Yeah, Jazz Festival, it's about time we got a decent draw. Yeah, last time they went such a gallop. You know, in theory, when they go a good gallop, you're coming from off the pace, it will help you. But the field was so strung out. You know, he must have been 20 lengths last, and he still ran on. He ran on. He made a lot of ground up the straight. Today, or Sunday rather, decent draw of 3. Craig seems to get the best out of him. He can drop him in mid-division. No, I think he's a big runner on Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah, he ran a good race last time. Like you say, I was a bit unlucky. Probably, should have, even though he only got a beer length, I think he should have been right on top of them. The mile might be a little on the sharp side, but he's run well enough there. He enjoys it around Scottsville. He's definitely in with a shot there too.
Lerma, yeah, he's been a nice horse, but he's got his problems at the gate. So hopefully we passed him this morning. He went in easily. So if everything goes well, yeah, I think he might be a runner, but also the draw is a big concern. And like I said, his work is nice, but we need a bit of a gallop, and let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think he's a progressive horse that'll get better. He'll definitely go further too. It's a bit disappointing he's only a reserve runner, but he is a nice type horse. I think he has a few wins in him and he'll get better. I just don't know if he's going to get in or not. If he gets in, he's a horse for the exotics, definitely.
Well, race number 7 looks to be very, very competitive here. They're betting 11-2 the field with Imvalelo and Master of Destiny topping the boards. It is 6-1 Nocturnal Flight, 7-1 JP's Palace, it's 8-1 and Better Bar Those. These, what's your thoughts?
Quartet race all the way. This is the big quartet race for the day. There are a few cherries that you can pick on the card when it comes to quartets. I think this is one of them. This is a quartet race, unless you like something. I like an each way bet here. I like number 6, Send Me. I'm going to tip this first. I know that he's a one-time winner, unreliable, etc. All the negatives are there. But the one thing that's clear for me is that the way Tony Riverland raced him last time out, and the fact that there was some money for him, I was of the opinion that he doesn't stay. I watched him over 2,400 meters, over 1,900 meters. They're trying him over all sorts of distances. He doesn't stay. His only win has been over the distance, which has been 1,600 meters. And against this type of field where any type of result is possible, I think this could be a possible result here. So number 6, Send Me, at a big price of 16-1, going to be an each way play. Gets my vote in everything. My second choice will be number 11, Nocturnal Flight. Gavin Larena in for town, sharing an excellent strike rate with Peter Muscat. And we'll just have to overcome the draw. Horse number 13, Go Grayson Go. I think he's a horse that will win his fair share of races. And although he's poorly drawn, the plan could be to try and race him up handy. And then horse number 4 is going to be my top choice, and that's going to be Master of Destiny. But the race certainly doesn't stop there. So 6, 11, 13, and 4. But I've given you a nice 16-1 shot here for the upset.
Yeah, you could be onto something there with this horse, Send Me. I remember Tony Riverland mentioned that this horse...
this horse doesn't, and I don't know, they've tried him over distances.
Think he stays. And the poly track as well, don't think suited him.
At this track, I think the 1,600 meters from a fair draw, you draw in midfield rail. His distance says it all. 3 starts a win, 2 seconds. It's actually faultless. So this is the trip for it.
Yeah, it certainly isn't. He could be a big player. Number 3, Jazz Festival. You heard from Mark Dixon. He thinks he'll be a big runner. You've got to include him into the play as well. And then even a horse like number 15, JP's Palace. I thought his run straight out the maidens was a cracking effort. Behind Savantrix, I think he'll be given a chance from the draw, and he'll be doing his best work at the finish. So
okay, we've got 16 runners here, Rael.
Yes.
I've given you 4 runners. So you can give me 4. 6, 11, 13, and 4. If you play with the rule,
yes.
The guys are looking to try and narrow the sperm down. If you're going to play with the rule, it's 8 runners. Because we started off the pick 6 with just 2 runners, if you want, or 3. would get in the queue. So it's not an expensive perm thus far. So I think you got some spend here. Which fours?
3, 15.
Remember, don't look for numbers. If you got numbers that are matching mine, it's fine. But if you got 4 different numbers,
Yeah,
then
3, 14, and 15. Those are 3 horses I'll give you
3,
these.
14, and 15 are the 3. So it's 7 runners
7
also.
horses, yeah.
3, 14, and 15. So we both seem to be, including horses that have poor draws here.
Yes.
So we're hoping for luck in running.
That's it.
Because
that's
I've got 11 and 13, you've got 14 and 15. I mean, we're hoping for big luck in running here.
I think it could happen though. It's a big field, and sometimes some horses may not decide to go forward. And this horse, Nocturnal Flight, if he gets his own things out in front, we saw what Gavin did on him 2 starts back when he beat Takono. So he's the type of horse that can obviously go start to finish, and if there's a speed on, well, the race could suit numbers 14 and 15.
Well, I'm not one to play roving bankers in quartets, but I know that many do. But if the guys are looking for 2 roving bankers, I'm going to give them one, number 6 at 16 to 1.
Yes.
Your roving banker?
3, Jazz Festival.
Jazz Festival, number 3, and that will also be in double figures. What price is that? I'm sure that'll be 12
10
to 1.
1.
10 to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
2 nice horses to include in your quartets and trifectas, race 7. Race number 8, where we'll close off jackpot 1, and it will be the last double on the card, and this is over the distance of 1200 meters. It's 16:05, and let's go into our package. What's our package? Well, it's a rerun and an interview.
Africa, who got given 6 points for his last run, is under huge pressure. And T-Rex now puts in a run. Iron Will's on the inside. Now I Got You and One Irish Rover. One Irish Rover streams into the lead late on. Now I Got You's coming out second best with Eldrac, but it's One Irish Rover. Now I Got You, Wherever I Lay My Hat, and Photos in behind that. And as for Another Day in Africa, never fired up.
Yeah, Silver Savage, he's not the most genuine of horses. I mean, he's come down £15 in the handicap, which he really needed to do. So, we can't... he's going to pop up one day. The ability's there, but getting the best out of him on the day is a different story. So we'll more than hopeful, more than confident.
Well, watching racing down in the Western Cape, that these Class 5 handicaps can throw some big bomb results, because we'll see it happening here in KZN in the not too distant future, because...
The big bomb results?
No, when you see these maidens beating 2-time winners and all that type of thing happening down in the Western Cape, you can't find these things in a form guide. It's very difficult. It's tough. Especially, I was chatting to some racegoers the other day, and I was just telling them, maybe sometimes you're in a better off position than I am. Because the more information I have, the more complicated it becomes.
Yes, the worse it is. It's terrible.
So I was just trying to explain to them, but they were trying to push me in the direction that, you chat to jockeys and you chat to trainers and owners, and hopefully, I mean, if there's 20 runners in the field and you're chatting to 20 jockeys and 20 trainers, and well, you're not going to chat to all of them, but I'm just saying you just get clouded with information.
Correct.
Where if you're sitting on the sidelines and you are playing with what you see and you're playing with instinct, I promise you, sometimes it gets just too complicated with information. I don't know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, Deez, I agree with you. Sometimes, especially if you like a horse and now you start hearing things about other horses in the race.
It is an information highway.
It is.
However it gets disseminated, it is there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And going back to what I was saying, I mean, you like a horse and sometimes you hear things about 4 different horses in the race. Now you start to doubt yourself, whether you're on the right horse or whether you're not. And you may eventually not even go for your horse because of what you heard. You heard this horse can't lose, or this horse is fancied to go close. And so sometimes less is better.
Yeah, I think information is great because it is about transparency and trying to give guidance. But my thing is go with your first instinct. If at anything, especially on big race days, like for Med Day, I know we're going off the topic now, but it's like for Med Day next week, I will promise you that I will do bets on the Friday or the Thursday, regardless if horses are scratched on race day. I will do my bets because the totes open on the Friday. Do my bets on the tote, all my exotics, and then possibly do one on race day.
Yeah, so
with
your
all the
decisions
information.
can't
From
get
the time I
influenced.
enter the gate, or from the time I jump into the car with you, maybe.
Yeah.
All the information, and getting into the gate, meeting the security guard, I'll possibly take all that information then and do another perm. But getting back to race number 8, Ryle, I'm big and bold here with 3 runners. If I'm out, I'm out. Number 1, One Irish Rover, good win, looked well last time out. 8, Eldrac.
Yes.
And then this merit rating story with number 11, Now I Got You Now, we know that it's oversubscribed on every channel in the country amongst all presenters, but we know the story with him. But the signs are there of him winning again.
Yeah, these I think
1, 8 and 11 for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. Those are 3 horses here. I think One Irish Rover can go back to back, especially from gate 1. That inside run rail will help him. 1, 8, 11 in that order as well for me. Yeah, Aldrak I thought was a bit unlucky last time out. He didn't get the
I'm going to tip that
best
first.
of runs.
I'm going to
through.
tip 8,
Yeah.
1, 11.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Aldrak turn the form. He is weighted to get closer, if not turn the form around. So, yeah, I think he'll go well. And the positive for me is that Gavin sticks with the ride. So he obviously must have felt something last time out with this horse, and to give him another chance.
The colours he
Wow,
rides for.
how's that? They're absolutely flying.
Yep, that is the colours of One Stripe, who we know has not been sold totally,
Yeah.
but been
Hollywood
sold.
Racing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done to them, you know. Do you know the figure?
These, no idea.
Okay. Number 8, Eldrac, is going to be the choice for both Ryle and I, and 1 and 11 to follow that at home. And that's a wrap of race number 8.
Race number 9, final race on the program. This is a class 4 for fillies and mares over 1200 meters. 16:40 is the off time, and we've got a couple of interviews.
Yeah, she's done well. Rugger Lover's done well at Scottsville. We're going 200 further, over 1200. So also getting a claim of Blaine. So hopefully, yeah, it's a strong field, competitive field, but also hoping she's running well in that race. Yeah.
Yeah, first time at Scottsville. We think she probably wants a bit further, but you know you can't fix what ain't broke. So we'll give her another 1200 at Scottsville. But she's, you know, like I say, she's really nice filly. She's doing very well, and yeah, expect her to be in the money.
Wow, what a race to end off proceedings for us. If you're running in the exotics, it's just a matter of survival here. They are betting 6-1 the field.
Another plum race for the quartet.
Oh, these.
Cherries, yeah.
If you can find these horses to run top 4, I think you're going to do well.
This
Yeah.
is a percentage play in a quartet. You
No,
know,
for
for
sure.
quartets,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong in taking a percentage play for a quartet.
Yes.
Trifectas, I'd like to. I mean, I'd
Take
say no. You
times.
take just at least one time
Yes.
minimum. But for quartets, no. You can
That's
play
where
a
the big money
percentage.
is.
You can play percentages, and this is a percentage quartet race. What's your thoughts?
These, I like number 14, Jeanne d'Arc. I like her as a horse. I think that she's very
Not in
progressive.
my top 6,
Not in your top 6.
so that's out for me.
So now you
That's
know.
why I'm showing. I'm starting to see how
Yeah.
far apart we are here.
Yeah, I think that this filly, she's just going in the right direction. It's never easy straight out the maidens, but I think that opening mark of 79 is fair. I think there's more to come from her, and I think that she's going to go close.
Look at that. You know, you've
Yeah.
given me a horse, and I don't even have it. These are my numbers. I've jotted them down in numerical order. 1, 6, 12, 13, 15, 16. 1, 6, 12, 13, 15, and 16. 1 emerald green on the way she won last time out. She could follow up. She's in good form.
6, 12, 15, I agree with you.
6 prom queen. I think, watch for majors here. This is
Yeah.
going to improve big time from
This
that
could
last
be the
time.
rockets in the race.
That is the horse. That
Yeah.
is the trading at 10-1. 12 is blowing in the wind. You can't knock a horse that's in good form. Yes, it's getting tougher as she goes high in the ratings, but you can't knock a horse. And then we got number 13, Rugger Lover. You heard it from Tini. 15, Avernian Goddess. I think wherever positioned by Craig, she could be running on. If she doesn't win, I could see her running 3rd or 4th. And then horse number 16, we keep mentioning Fani Broncos and Mix Bomb and Chase Mojine up. So 1, 6, 12, 13, 15, and 16 going to be for me. That will give us 2, 4, 6 runners. Oh, we got 16 runners here,
No
Ryan.
space for 2 more.
Oh, you're using my 6 and you're only including 2. Okay, fine. The one you're going to do is 14 and the other?
Ooh, that's a tough one, yeah. It's a bit tough trying to narrow down these.
But 14 is definitely...
14 is
you
definitely in
like
these,
that.
yeah.
What about Bowen Robo's horse, the way it won last time? The filly.
Against these horses, I'm
Don't
not
like
sure.
that?
No, I'm not sure either.
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
leave it
think
to
she
you.
can go
While
back to
you're
back.
thinking about that, number 5, Tequila Sky, is obviously a scratching. So we'll see if any of the reserve runner, one of them gets in. Number 17, Edge of Tomorrow.
11.
11 is going to be your horse, and that's going to be Ubekwe Basane. Sean Field for MJ Ordendale. Well done to you, Sean. I see you got the nod for Hollywood Racing. All the best with that job that you are now engaged with. So these are the numbers: 1, 6, 12. 1, 6, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16. If you want to jot down those numbers, and that's a wrap,
11 and
Ryle.
14.
Yeah, 11 and.
You're leaving my numbers out here.
Oh, you got number 14 there. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay, 11 and 14. 10. Okay, 10 is out. So it's 1, 6,
Yes.
12, 13, 15, 16 for D's, and 14 and 11 will be the additions for Ryle. Well, it's that type of racing, isn't it? There are race cards where you don't always have to go for the glory being the punt on the head, but there are other options on the tote that you can play into. And it looks like that type of race card where, if you're not an on the head player, there's lots of opportunities on this race card with the competitiveness of the field.
These, I think, exactors could be the way to go, especially races that seem to be 3-4s. I think exactor could be a nice play. And as we get into those tougher handicaps, those class 4s and class 5s over the 1200 meter trip, I think those are the type of races where you go towards those quartets, because you just need to find that horse for fourth position, that quartet takes an enormous jump from what the trifecta pays to what the quartet eventually pays.
Yeah, you can see it on a daily basis wherever we race around the world. Have a look at the trifecta dividend, and if you get that outsider, it multiplies itself out times. Thanks to Ryle Radhakrishna. And on behalf of the Gallop TV team, myself, Dees Dinan, to you, the valued racing fan, have a blast, find all the winners, and hopefully it turns out to be a wonderful day for you if you are racing at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on this Sunday. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gasle.